Guys, when a PR expert tells you to turn the stove off because your brand is cooked, you know things are bad. And that's exactly what just happened to Meghan Markle. Stick around because this tea is scalding hot. So here's what went down. Renee Smith, and if you don't know who she is, she's literally the founder of The Atticism, one of the most respected PR firms out there, just absolutely demolished Meghan's entire business strategy in a recent interview. And honestly, I wasn't ready for how brutal this was going to be. Let me paint you the picture. You know how Meghan and Harry have been cycling through PR teams like they're changing Netflix passwords? Well, word just broke that they've fired another 6 people from their communications team. 6. Can you imagine being in that meeting? Thanks for your service, but you're all out. Now they've brought in Method Communications to try and save the day. But here's where Renee Smith comes in with the reality check that nobody asked for but everybody needed to hear. She looked at this whole situation and basically said, "Girl, what are you doing?" But in the most professional, devastating way possible. Listen to this quote, and I'm not making this up. She said trying to fix Meghan's brand right now is like trying to resuscitate an old dog. It might breathe again for a minute, but it's not fetching sticks ever again. But wait, it gets worse. She literally told Meghan to quit while she was ahead. Can you imagine? A PR expert, someone whose entire job is to make people look good, is basically saying, pack it up, go home, the show's over. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this a bit harsh? But here's the thing, when you're in the public eye like Meghan is, perception is reality. And right now, the perception isn't great. Think about it from a business perspective. When you're burning through PR teams faster than people change their Instagram stories, that tells a story. When industry experts are using phrases like "she's cooked" and "turn the stove off," that's not just criticism, that's a professional obituary. Let's break down what's really happening here. PR isn't just about damage control or putting out press releases. It's about crafting a narrative, building trust, and maintaining relevance. When you have to keep switching teams, it suggests one of two things. Either you're not listening to professional advice, or the situation has become so challenging that even the experts are throwing in the towel. Raid Online reported on this whole situation, and honestly, it's giving me flashbacks to other celebrity PR disasters we've seen over the years. Remember when certain stars kept firing their teams and then wondered why their careers went sideways? The thing is, good PR people don't just quit for no reason. They're literally paid to make impossible situations work. So when they start walking away in groups, that's a red flag the size of Texas. What makes Renee Smith's comments so significant is that she's not some random internet critic. This woman knows what she's talking about. The Atticism isn't some fly-by-night operation, they're the real deal. When someone with her credentials and reputation makes statements like this publicly, the industry listens. And here's what's really interesting. She didn't just criticize, she gave advice. She said quit while you're ahead. In PR terms, that's actually strategic thinking. Sometimes the best move is to step back, regroup, and maybe take a different approach entirely. But will Meghan listen? Based on the pattern we're seeing with the constant team changes, probably not. And that might be the real problem here. Look, I'm not here to pile on anyone. But this situation raises some serious questions about celebrity brand management in 2025. We're living in an era where public perception can change in a heartbeat, where social media amplifies every misstep, and where authenticity matters more than ever. When PR professionals start speaking this bluntly in public, it's usually because they've reached a breaking point. They've tried the polite, behind-the-scenes approach, and it hasn't worked. The old dog metaphor might sound harsh, but it's actually a pretty accurate description of what happens when a brand loses its momentum. You can try CPR all you want, but sometimes the damage is just too extensive.